Billionaire Elon Musk, recently appointed to President Trump's cabinet as Transportation Secretary and Border Czar, is now he is rounding up asylum seekers like cattle into his rocket ships. He calls them illegal aliens. The problem is the rockets keep exploding.
What's up, guys? Spenny. I'm a massive fan of Elon Musk and of Joe Rogan, and Joe Rogan giving us a trick and treat on Halloween with a 3-hour Elon Musk podcast. We've listened to the entire thing and plucked out a couple of very interesting nuggets, including what Elon Musk thinks of Trump now. Since the last time we saw the two of them together at Charlie Kirk's memorial service 2 months ago, you can see Elon and Donald getting along quite well. They seem to be having a good time. Here's Dana White sitting there with Elon and Trump up in the box, enjoying themselves. Elon Musk telling me afterward that surely we will all hang together or we will all hang separately, saying that Donald Trump is his president. It's a beautiful thing. Elon Musk also telling me to make millions more babies. This is what he can literally do the lip reading here and hear him say, I hope that you have a million more babies, he tells me and my wife. And we had a nice little chat with Elon Musk afterward. Elon Musk was waiting around for Erica Kirk to hug her and to say that I will always be there for you. It's a beautiful thing. It's beautiful things I've ever seen. Elon just waiting around, wishing to tell Erica something of comfort. Especially after making nice with President Trump. It was a beautiful thing to see, and it's also wonderful to see Elon Musk defending Donald Trump on the largest platform in the world. It's nice to see the two of these guys make up. I don't want them to be at odds or at war. That would be bad tactically. The single most powerful man on earth, Donald Trump, and the single most powerful private civilian on earth, Elon Musk. They need to be friends. And it sounds like they are. Here's Elon Musk talking about his experience with Donald Trump on Joe Rogan's podcast, saying some people think Trump is the devil. He's not evil. He is not evil. And Joe Rogan agreeing with him.
Because Biden could have authorized it, and they could have said the Biden administration is helping bring those people back, throw you a little funding, give you some money to do it. The Biden administration, they funded these people being returned.
The Biden administration was not exactly my best friend.
That's what I heard.
Especially after I, helped Trump get elected. Which, I mean, some people still think, Trump is like the devil, basically. And I mean, I think Trump actually, he's not perfect, but he's not evil. Trump is not evil. I spent a lot of time with him, and he's a product of his time, but he is not evil.
No, I don't think he's evil either. But if you look at the media coverage,
the media treats him like he's super evil. Yeah,
it's pretty shocking if you look at the amount of negative coverage. Like, one of the things that I looked at the other day was mainstream media coverage of you, Trump, a bunch of different public figures, and then
it's like
Mamdani.
96% negative or something crazy.
Yeah. And then Mamdani, which is like 95% positive.
Right. I mean, Mamdani is a charismatic swindler. I mean, you got to hand it to him. Like he can light up a stage, but he has just been a swindler his entire life, I think he's likely to win. He's likely to be mayor of New York City.
Very likely.
Yeah, very likely.
I think Poly Market has it at what? What is the 94%?
Yeah, that sounds pretty likely.
That's crazy.
Like, I'm not sure who the 6% are. So yeah. So that's
Well, it's also like, who's on the other side? The fucking guardian angel guy with the beret, and Andrew Cuomo, who doesn't even have a party. Like the Democrats don't even want him. So you have those two options. And then you have the
Yeah.
young kids who are like, finally, socialism.
yeah, they don't know what they're talking about, obviously. So, you know, like you just look at this: how many boats come from Cuba to Florida, and how many boats? Because you know, there's like a constant. I always think like how many boats are accumulating on the shores of Florida coming from Cuba.
Right.
There's a whole bunch of free boats that you could, if you want to, go take them back to Cuba. It's pretty close.
Yeah.
But for some reason, people don't do that. Why are the boats only coming in this direction?
Well, who are the most rabid capitalists in America? The fucking Cubans.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're like, we've seen how this story goes.
We do not want exactly.
Yeah, fuck off. They don't want to, the
100%.
Cubans in Miami, they don't want to hear any bullshit. They don't want to hear any socialism bullshit. They're like, no. We know what this actually is. This isn't just some fucking dream.
Yeah, it's extreme government oppression.
Yeah. That's what it always is.
It's a nightmare. And like, an obvious way you can tell which ideology is the bad one is which ideology is building a wall to keep people in and prevent them from escaping.
Right.
Like, so East Berlin built the wall, not West Berlin.
Right.
They built the wall because people were trying to escape from communism to West Berlin. But there wasn't anyone going from West Berlin to East Berlin.
Right.
That's why the communists had to build a wall to keep people from escaping.
They're going to have to build a wall around New York City.
Yeah. So
when you say this guy's
it's
a
kind of an obvious
charismatic
tell
swindler,
that an
yes.
ideology is problematic if that ideology has to build a wall to keep people in with machine guns.
Yes.
And shoot you if you try to leave.
Also, there's no examples of it being successful ever. We're working out for people. No, there's examples of a bunch of...
Then Elon Musk goes there, effectively saying that the reason why there is a government shutdown right now is that Democrats want to have incentives to bring in criminal aliens. Republicans want to shut down those incentives because the criminal aliens won't come here unless they all get free food and housing and welfare. And that is a matter of fact that has been proven out in the SNAP and EBT numbers, especially according to our research. Why would Republicans ever want to fund that? Fund the destruction of our own nation? Elon Musk saying the reason there's a standoff is because hundreds of billions of dollars create financial incentive, a giant magnet to attract illegals. If it's turned off, the illegals will leave. Go.
Of the battle.
So they want to stop this. So what's going on right now is they have been funding these people. They've been giving them EBT cards. They've been giving them Medicaid.
Yeah,
and they've been even housing
and more
them.
than that, just like they were they were taking hotels like 4 and 5 star hotels, like the Roosevelt Hotel being the classic example. Was they were sending I think $60 million a year to the Roosevelt Hotel to which all it did was house illegals. And it used to be a nice hotel. I mean, it still is a nice hotel. But all around the country, this was happening.
And all tax dollars.
Yes.
Yeah. And
and the Trump administration cut off funding, for example, to the Roosevelt Hotel and these other hotels, saying like it's U.S. tax dollars should not be sent to have luxury hotels for illegal immigrants that American citizens can't even afford, which obviously is the case. That's insane. That's what was happening. They were also giving out like debit cards with $10,000. So it's not just about medical care.
Yeah.
The Democrats mention the medical care because they're trying to prey on people's empathy as much as possible, and then they imagine, oh wow, somebody has a desperately needed medical procedure, and shouldn't we maybe take care of them in that regard? But what they do is they divert the Medicaid funds and turn it into a slush fund for the states that goes well beyond emergency medical care.
And
New York and California would be bankrupt without the massive fraudulent federal payments that go to those states to pay for illegals, to create a massive financial incentive for illegals.
how would they be bankrupt because of that?
They wouldn't be able to balance their state budgets, and they can't issue currency like the Federal Reserve can.
And so their ability to balance budget is dependent upon illegals getting funding?
The scam level here is so staggering. So there are hundreds of billions of dollars of transfer payments from the federal government to the states. Those transfer payments, the states self-report what those transfer payment numbers should be. So California and New York and Illinois lie like crazy and say that these are all legitimate payments. Well, these days that I think they're even admitting that they literally want hundreds of billions of dollars for illegals. But for a while there, they're trying to deny it. So you get these transfer payments for every government program you can possibly think of, and these are self-reported by the state, and at least historically there was no enforcement of California, New York, Illinois, and other states when they would lie. There was no actual enforcement to say like, hey, you're lying. These payments are fraudulent. Now under the Trump administration, the Trump administration does not want to send hundreds of billions of dollars of fraudulent payments to the states. And the reason you have the standoff is because if the hundreds of billions of dollars to create a financial incentive to have this giant magnet to attract illegals from every part of Earth to these states, if that is turned off, the illegals will leave because they're no longer being paid to come to the United States and stay here.
Wow.
Of course, it wouldn't be an Elon Musk interview without some massive red pills, a few black pills, and then some white pills. And here we go. Elon Musk saying that he's creating a flying car that might have a prototype by year's end. This is pretty cool. The new Tesla Roadster apparently will fly. This is awesome. Here you go. Joe Rogan stealing my luck here. Here we go.
It once reflected that the future was supposed to have flying cars, but we don't have flying cars.
So you're going to be able to fly?
Well, I mean, I think if Peter wants a flying car, he should be able to buy one.
So are you actively considering making an electric flying car? Is this like a real thing?
Well, we have to see in the
demo.
Yeah.
So when you do this, like, are you going to have a retractable wing? Like, what is the idea behind this? Don't be sly. Come on.
Well, I can't do the unveil before the unveil, but
tell me off air then.
Look, I think it has a shot at being the most memorable product unveil ever. It has a shot.
And when do you plan on doing this? What's the goal?
Hopefully before the end of the year.
Really?
And of course, it's not going to be a Joe Rogan podcast without Joe Rogan saying something about aliens. Elon Musk has said that he doesn't have proof of aliens. He said that before. But Elon Musk says, I'm going to bring proof of aliens onto your show if he ever finds it. Elon Musk now is talking about making a moon base, talking about exploration of deep space, obviously wanting to go to Mars. I'm never committing suicide ever. To be clear, I'm saying that on camera, guys. Whew. Here we go.
I mean, one thing I can say is like, look, if I was aware of any evidence of aliens, Joe, you have my word. I will come on your show, and I will reveal it on the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good deal.
Yeah, it's a pretty good.
I believe you. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that.
I'll stick to. I keep my promises. So,
all right.
Yeah,
I'll hold you to that.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm never committing suicide. To be clear,
I don't think you would either.
On camera, guys, I am never committing suicide
ever.
If someone says you committed suicide, I will fight tooth and nail.
Thank you.
I will fight.
Does it seem like the world is healing? Does it seem like things are slowly but surely returning to normal? That'd be nice. Be nice to not have the big dramas and crash outs. Be good to have everybody rowing in the same direction. No more third parties or anything like that. To have people locked in for America first. That is certainly what I want, ladies and gentlemen. It should be what you want. And it certainly is what Elon Musk wants. And Joe Rogan wants, I think. Good. It's good. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.